tell him. But I would want to say it, but some of our friends from here, if I may start right now, Chief, it's all right.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, jump right into it.
Okay, this one I have to say it myself, but I have to conceal the person who shared to me this testimonial because it's quite personal, but I think I really have to say it here. She's a good friend of mine, and her husband is like suffering from erectile dysfunction. To say it like no, you have to be very careful. And after taking the BlackMP for at least less than a month, it was corrected. He is okay. His vitality is back. It's very normal. And he said, I'm better than before. And this is the first time. This is the fourth time that I've heard, but I think it's my first time to share it to the world because I think I really need to share it. And I don't know what happened, but four of them. And the first one who shared it to me, he's 68 years old. And this guy right now, he is 47, almost 50, and another two more. So they have the same testimony. So, but I sorry, I cannot name names. Some of them are here, but I said please keep it secret. So that is the number one. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a good thing. By the way, it's a good thing for the relationship between husband and wife. Sir Darren, and they said thank you for this. Thank you for BlackMP again. And this is very new. And the other one, the first ever that I would hear right now, but I will give it to that people from Tacorong because it's their testimony about baldness, about this. So I have to call Abigail or Michelle. You really have to say it as it is because you just told it to me, but it's better that you'll be the one to share it to the rest of the world. So Michelle and Abby, the floor is yours.
You can help them unmute, Isabel, because you're a
oh yeah, sure. Shall I say name ni Miss Mitch? Michelle? SK. Okay, you can unmute.
Okay now, ma'am.
Okay.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome.
Okay. Hello, sir. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Sir Mel. Good evening. Hello, Sir Darren Long, and everyone who are here in the Zoom. Good evening. So I just want to share one of the testimonies here in our place because this person is also a member here in Reno Connect. And before he started drinking and spraying the BlackMP, he was really bald. Like he has no hair at all. But when he started drinking the BlackMP, and then when he started, spraying the BlackMP on his head, like after few weeks, his hair started to grow. Like it's not only small hair, but the hair started to grow healthy and thick strand of hair. Actually, we were able to took a picture of him during the month of March, April, and June. The growth of his hair is like it's really improving, and he was so happy with the result because through BlackMP drinking, and we are doing like this, we are making like this, like we are putting it on a sprayer, and then he's spraying it on his head every day, like 3 times a day. He's doing it as many times as he can every day because he really wants to grow his hair so fast. So after 2 months, we can see the improvement on his hair, that his hair is growing so fast, and the strand of his hair is really healthy, and the strand of his hair is so thick. Actually, we're able to share it in our Facebook account. That picture, I was able to send it to Mom Odi Isabel also, so that we can share it to everybody.
Yeah.
So that those people who have having the same problem with him, so the solution is here. It's only the BlackMP living water can solve the baldness
Wow.
your problem, you know. It's like there's hope for those people who are bald, that they still have a chance to grow their hair, like
Wow.
they can be back to normal. And I also want to call on Sir Mel, my sister who is a nurse. She's working in a hospital here, because she has a lot of testimonies with her patients in the hospital. And I want her to share also one of her patients who's having a Parkinson's disease, that he is so well now. So can I call my sister, sir, to
Oh yeah,
share
absolutely,
about,
absolutely. But before I
yeah,
forget
to
though,
share about,
yes,
yes,
yes, yes, for sure. Let's bring your sister in. But definitely send those photos to the company. We'd love to see the before and after and the progress
yes,
of those
I will
photos
send
for
it,
sure.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
yes,
send
sir.
it right away, Chip.
No, that's awesome.
Yes,
No, I'm so happy for your customer there, your friend there. He's getting those kind of results. And folks, so you can be creative. I mean, we didn't come out from the company saying put it in a spray bottle and start spraying around your skin or your hair, but people have thought of that on their own, which is kind of really, really cool. I just drink it, but I'm going to start spraying it now because you guys are spraying it, so I'm going to start spraying it.
yes,
That's pretty
it's
cool.
very effective.
But yeah, bring your sister, the nurse, in. Let's hear some progress on how her customers are having it.
Okay, okay. So, Sister Marcel, can you please open your camera and unmute your microphone?
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Sir Mel. Good evening,
Hi, Marcel.
Philippines. And good evening, world. Good morning to all the people in the US. I know it's morning time in there, and here it's evening. So, good morning and good evening to everyone present here in Zoom. So, I just would like, sir, to share one of the testimonies of BlackMP user. Okay. Actually, this lady is having a Parkinson's disease with really severe involuntary movements on both her legs and upper extremities. Okay, that she's already wheelchair bound. Okay, she can't walk because, like, the involuntary movement or the tremors on her legs are really so severe, and even on her hands, that she can't hold on to anything because it's really, tremors is really very severe.
Right.
When she visited the hospital where I am working, I saw her two children, pushing her on a wheelchair, and her two upper extremities and her lower extremities are really having severe tremors and involuntary movements. So I asked the children, like, what's the disease of their mother? And they told me that she's having a Parkinson's disease. And then I just, I offered them the Black MP water. And fortunately, the mother is really willing to drink. And then after several days, the son called me back and returned to buy more of the Black MP water. And today he gave me another feedback because I saw him again in the hospital because he bought another Black MP again. And he told me that his mother was able to walk
Wow.
now, because before she can't stand, she can't walk because, like, the tremors is really so severe.
Wow.
And now, the tremors has been reduced, and she will only have the tremors in her hands and her lower extremities only when the weather is hot.
Okay.
And now she can walk and she can stand,
God bless.
and
That's
which
amazing.
is so
Wow.
amazing,
Wow. How long has she been on the product?
How long? I think like it's been a month.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty
Yeah,
wild after
it's
just
been a
1 month.
month that she's taking. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Amazing.
That's why, like, the mother is really requesting when she's already, out of stock of Black MP, she's really requesting her son to buy
Yeah.
Black MP
Yeah. And that's,
because it really helps her a lot. So I just want to know, Sir Mel, like, what is in Black MP that helps her improve the Parkinson's disease, so that we can explain more to our clients
Yes, yes. So
next
that's
time.
we're going to bring on Mr. Darren Long here in just a moment to share some of that. And I know that you have a few other customers and testimonials. Marcel, how long have you been in the business yourself?
I've been in the business since August last year.
Okay. Yeah. Good, good, good. So just a
Yeah,
short
and
period of time.
there are already a lot of patients that I was able to help. The stroke patients that who can talk and paralyzed, and she was fully recovered. She can talk and she can walk like she didn't have a stroke.
So this is separate from the person with the Parkinson's disease.
Yeah, that is separate from the person who had the Parkinson's disease. That
Wow.
she had a seizure of like 8 to 10 times a day. But with BlackMP, the seizure stopped, the paralysis is gone, and she was able to talk again and walk
Wow.
again normally, like nothing happens.
And you're not the doctor, you're the nurse. So I think the doctors are going to be jealous of you. They're going to be the doctors are
Yeah, but
jealous.
there are already doctors, sir, that I convinced that they are already starting to drink BlackMP in our hospital. The chief of the clinics, the infectious disease specialist, is already taking the BlackMP. And
Smart.
and one of the infectious disease doctor, is telling me that I can even try to recommend it to our HIV patients.
Okay.
So I will try one day to offer it to our HIV patients and, see what will be the results.
Wow. Well, we're going to hear more from you in just a moment, Marcel, but I want to bring in Mr. Darren Long here real quickly. And those of you, when we look at the bottle and we eat the product and everything else, this is the man, Mr. BlackMP himself, Mr. Darren Long, out here also in Northern California, and started the business I think a little bit over 10 years ago with the product, and got into grocery stores here in California, and got it to athletes and got it to students and guys in high school and college, and then NFL ball players, and it's just spread like that. We have just been blessed enough to get the concentrated super version to take it overseas and around the world and get these type of results with the formulation that Darren has put together for us here. But Darren, Mr. Darren Long, introduce yourself and tell us, we'll start with why you started the company, and then, let's then we'll talk about, Marcel's patients that have the Parkinson's or the strokes, and, why people are getting the results, even spraying themselves on their skin and hair, and amazing. But Darren, let me get you unmuted here. Everybody meet Mr. Darren Long. So just tell us a little bit about the history here, Darren. Over to you.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yep, you're good.
Okay. I love that testimony, and that came from a nurse.
Yep.
And what's really interesting is for years I've been saying too, and scientists that have been studying a lot of this stuff, even the lower grades, just cracks me up. It shows effectiveness and has a way to push our bodies to unlimited times that mostly no other product can do that. And it's because it really does work in your gut. And I've been saying this, for years and years. Only two things you're going to get from your gut is going to be, health or disease, right? And, what's really interesting, and I was listening about, there's two different things, but there's all kinds of different things. And that's why you've heard scientists over the years in these studies, what I was talking about earlier, is they call it a miracle molecule. And a miracle molecules, there's two of them. There's your fulvic and there's your humic acid. And then when you're mixing this with the right type of gut flora, which is your good bacteria, your probiotics, and certain enzymes that we need to break down things to get it in, it's a whole new way of getting health. And what's really interesting, years ago, I was working with the NFL, and they had put out this study. I think they gave a Harvard Medical School $100 million to figure out why NFL ball players die at the age of 52. That's their average lifespan. And really the next day a guy puts out on a post or blogged it out about, hey, give me $1 million, I'll tell you how to end this whole thing right overnight, and that's putting minerals back in your body. And when you're looking at a lot of the studies, and even the USDA says that we have to have over 60 minerals to be healthy, right? And that includes longevity with less disease. That's what that really means. And most people kind of overlook that, because nobody wants to live long and be with no quality of life and be diseased, right? And this is why it's very interesting why, you know, our government's telling us that we need this, but you don't really see it advertised or in our food or water. It's actually the opposite. They take it out to get more shelf life and to speed things up and pick things early, where we're not getting the nutrients we used to get in food in the 40s, 50s, and back, you know, right at the turn of the century. But when we're hitting about right at 60 in 1960, 1970, they started all these processing of foods to get longer shelf life. So when you're looking, I was talking about the study of the NFL, what we heard, you know, even through different types of diseases, but if you're low in minerals, there's about 800 plus diseases that you are now facing, you could be facing. And the disease, when you don't have certain minerals in your body over time, can develop diseases. So we got to get this right stuff in the body. And that's where that came in. I love when she was talking about Parkinson's disease. And that touched me, because Brian McConnell, which was a dear friend of mine, had Parkinson's very bad. I mean, his hands were always shaking. And when I first met with him, we were working on his liver. He had high creatine levels because of a liver transplant, and he wasn't gonna make it another month. And we started him in, and he lived for quite a long time. But the thing is about Brian, when he started taking it, we did just like this. We didn't even think about it. Is how we saw him start slowing down to the point where he wasn't even doing it. I was just going, Brian, you don't even shake anymore. And he had Parkinson's. We don't know why, but I have a good idea. It's because you're putting the right stuff in your gut, which we've been saying over and over again for years. Because when I look at all these diseases, that the people's bodies has naturally healed itself because of good stuff in their body. This really makes you wonder. And the thing that really bothers me, I see these pictures all the time, right? I see these all the time, and what they end up being, and it's just over and over again. and I'm looking at that, I'm going, why wouldn't anybody want to have this in their body at all time? Why wait for something like this to happen, to get Parkinson's or to get all these other diseases? What's so interesting about fulvic and humic and the way we formulate and process this powder, which is very powerful. There's nothing like it. I can tell you right now, there's nothing matches it. But the thing about the way this powder works is that gut flora, there's 4 really very potent probiotics that we put in this that really get your gut to work. And that's why you're seeing a lot of stuff. And I just always encourage people, don't wait until you get a disease. Start it now so you don't have to get a disease, hopefully.
Prevention's better than cure all day long. Prevention. Yeah.
You know, everything's natural with it. You know, another thing she was talking about too, and I love, you know, the way that the choices that people make, but the good choice that people make is, I'm going to try this. And why not try it? You've tried everything else. Try something that may really work for you, because the worst thing that can happen is it doesn't work. You don't need to do it again, and you can go get your drug. But this stuff really works. I just always push and try it. And this is not just once a month. This is the rest of your life. And what's really interesting, I've talked many conversations with Mel, what's coming in the future, near future, is going to be even better. And that's what we're looking for, that we can add to this, that it's just, we're talking about total anti-aging, you know, connecting your cells where they communicate with the sirtuins. There's just so much new stuff that we're learning. And this is the base. And people that take vitamins or they eat, you're wasting your money if you don't have the right stuff to break that down and put it into your gut to utilize and to be healthy. And that's why this stuff has to be taken with anything that you take, whether you're drinking orange juice or whatever, fresh, not canned. And you have this stuff where you could put it in your juice. You would just put a great amount of nutrients in your body. And on top of this, and I'm going to just stop at this, Mel. There's 4 things, that I say, but there's a lot more that this stuff does. But, when you're taking the fulvic acid, it does a cleansing, right? It cleanses your cell, and then it takes that dirty garbage out, and it gets it out of your body. And that's a lot of times people have that quick weight loss because you've been storing toxic water for so long. And then you're looking at the way that you can get into not only delivering nutrients and cleansing your cell, but then you have your humic acid that's protecting your cell now, and then you have a hydration, you have an alkaline, you've got everything in one bottle of this, and this should be your foundation for the rest of your life. And that's all you.
No, that's amazing. And the young lady, the nurse, sharing that her customer, after a month on the park, from the park. I mean, you'd expect that, go for 3 months, 6 months, hopefully you'll get better. But such dramatic results. I mean, everybody's different. Somebody, might get some type of result 3 months into it, 6 months into it. But that was amazing. And then the stroke, I don't know if you want to touch on that, the stroke person as well, if you heard her testimonial on that.
You're talking about the stroke. So anytime and here's how I want to try to tell people in a nice way how to really help try to prevent strokes naturally. And that's just getting your blood moving instead of looking like honey and thickening and clotting. This thins your blood. It's almost like taking aspirin, but it's natural, and that you want to keep that blood flow going. Just to touch bases too on the hair loss and stuff. This is full of selenium. Selenium helps grow hair. There's all kinds of minerals that help your hair shine and be healthy and stuff. So and what are all those things in there? Selenium is a mineral, right? Copper for color, and copper, which really helps regulate your heart like selenium does. Then what are those? Those are minerals. These are stuff that we know for sure works. We're learning that there's what they call trace minerals in this. And that could be gold, silver. There's all kinds of different trace minerals in your body. That's what you might be missing. One mineral that that you don't get in anything else but this. And that's the mineral that causes those enzyme reactions to go out there and help your body fight whatever that disease is you might be having. And when I'm talking about 800 plus, that's a lot of diseases. I'm always saying there's something in the way God created food and water for us and things that we could do. It's all gone now because man has destroyed it. But the neat thing is this stuff is from God. This isn't from me. If we formulate it, but man, he's put some stuff around the world that it's blows my mind. And I could sit here for days and sit here and talk about it. But right. This is what I can't stress enough just how important this stuff is.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And it's funny also, the gal that was talking about her customer for the hair. We send the product out with a nice brochure and an instruction sheet. We've never told anybody to spray the product on their skin. We've never told anybody that. So they're just some people are getting creative on their own. Is it okay? Is it okay to put it on the skin? I mean, is it? I guess it is. It's not part of our instructions as a company, but.
Oh, absolutely. Mel, that was great. We make a salve that's very thick. It's really just a specialty deal for people with very serious skin issues, kind of like this one. And I didn't even send this to this guy. They did exactly what they did is they took that powder, made a paste, and started putting on these infections from type 1 diabetes that were looking for amputation that didn't have to end up with amputation.
Wow.
Putting that on your skin, that's fantastic. What does that do? It hydrates your skin, right? It fights bad bacteria because we need good bacteria on our skin because we're exposed to the environment every day with bad bacteria. So when you're starting to put all this stuff in your skin, you're going to see results with it.
Yeah.
No question.
Definitely. But I like how you mentioned, from the inside that it's cleansing. My friend Pradeep Menon, who's out there in Dubai, he always says this statement, and I thought it was kind of cute and cool. He says it's like you're taking a shower from the inside out. Yeah. You know how you take the shower.
That's actually really good analogy. I like that. That's good.
Speaking of Pradeep Menon, I want to pass it over to Mr. Dubai. Out in Dubai, it's nighttime also. But Pradeep has started sharing the opportunity and the products and everything here in the USA. And it's just been a couple of months of people getting on the product. But I know, Pradeep, you've shared with me so many different results that people are starting to get, even in their first month or two on the product. So it's pretty wild and amazing there. But Pradeep, how is Dubai? I'm sure Dubai is hot right now. It's June and going to be July soon. But how are things over in Dubai, my friend?
Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Well, to be very honest with you, Dubai is very, very, very hot. Very hot. Unbelievably hot, right? And not much you can do once you're out there because, you are sweating. As soon as you step out of your house, you're sweating on the spot, and it's very, very hot. But what I've actually been trying is something slightly different. And I've been doing this for some time, so it's not an overnight result. I've actually got this mist spray, right? And I use this as, to just switch it on and just put it on the face. And the reason I actually use this kind of cools the temperature of the skin, right? And I do this. And I don't do it for health reasons. It's only because it's so hot, it drives your brains crazy. And that's why I'm actually putting this mist. But having,
Cool you
having
down, you might
done
as well
this,
put BlackMP. There you go.
yeah, yeah.
That's
So
nice.
so it is BlackMP inside. So I put BlackMP
Now
inside.
say it, and Pradeep, say how you say that saying about taking a shower
It
from
is
the
actually
inside.
taking a shower. So what I'm doing is I'm just showering my face
No,
right
the
now.
one where you said you're inside of your body.
Yes. Now,
You
when
said
you're
that to me a couple
taking
of
Black
times.
MP, now here's the math. Everybody is very used to taking a shower from outside the body, but nobody actually takes a shower from inside the body. Now, if you don't shower from outside the body for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, think about the smell that your body is going to give as body odor. Now, imagine you have never showered from inside the body. How much is the body stinking from inside? Really, really bad. So when you use a product like our Black MP Living Water, it's like taking a shower from inside the body, letting go of all the toxins which is not required by the body, out of the body, and your body inside looks clean and fresh, right? And
And I remember, Pradeep, when uh, we first talked about the product, you also talked to me about the importance of the gut,
yeah,
and I wrote this down at the beginning of the Zoom here. Darren says there's two things you're going to get from your gut. You're going to get health or disease. That's what I wrote down. You're going to get two
correct.
things from your gut. You're going to get health or disease. And I know you're a big promoter of gut health as well.
Right.
And our probiotics have obviously helped with that. But maybe you can share a little bit about that as well, Pradeep.
The gut actually releases a, a thing called, what's this called? Okay, I just lost the word. Okay, there's a natural thing that is released by the gut on a regular basis. But sometimes it doesn't flow within the organs of the body. When you have something called a leaky gut syndrome, it comes out of the organs into the blood. And that is not healthy, right? That is extremely not healthy. Now, how does this really happen? That's because we abuse our body. What do I mean by abuse our body? We drink things like Coke, Pepsi, a lot of sugary drinks, a lot of this, a lot of that, and it's actually reducing the size of the membrane of the gut. So every time we're actually doing this, it's just getting smaller and smaller, and eventually it cracks, right? Eventually, when it cracks, all the things from inside the gut now goes outside. Now, what do you mean it goes outside? You're flushing it out of the body? No, it's going straight into the bloodstream. And that's when all these other things actually happen, which is not really good, right? Not
Yeah.
really good, right? That's
So
as far
tell
as
us, Pradeep, in the USA, do we have a few testimonials
uh,
happening?
b-
Are people getting
if,
results?
before USA, I had a customer. Well, when I say customer, a cold prospect who I met in a coffee shop in Dubai, right? And I've given this testimony almost 18 months back. 18 months back. So there was this lady who was huge, very huge. I don't even know how much in kilos or pounds she'd vary, but very huge. I was sitting in the coffee shop waiting for my prospect, who was obviously late. Now, this lady, first of all, she was in a four-wheel drive. She had to struggle to actually put her two legs down and come out of the car to begin with. And then, with a lot of trouble, she eventually got out of the car. And, the daughter parked the car right next to the pedestrian. So she just walked the pedestrian. She immediately sat which is like 10 steps away. And she was gasping for breath as if she actually has run a marathon and, she's losing air to breathe. So next thing you know, her daughter asks her to sit there because daughter has come to shop. So she said, Mom, sit here. Let me go and get the shopping done and come back. And this lady is sitting on the chair and she goes, this is how she's breathing. I kind of
Right.
got scared, right? So I quickly went inside and got 2 bottles of water, one for me, one for her. And I just went to the lady. I said, you need some water? She says, yes, thank you so much. I said, what do you want? You want normal water or healthy water? What do you like to take? She goes, what do you mean healthy water? I said, well, it's called magic. She goes, magic? What is magic? So I showed her what is magic. I gave her, right? And she tried her first BlackMP water. She asked me how much is it and where do I get it? And I said, I'm the Dubai master distributor. I'm the only one in Dubai who's got this magic, right? So you want to call me? Here's my number. She asked me how much. I said 400 dirhams. She paid me 800 dirhams and took 2 bottles, right? And she bought a lot of bottles for me. But she's actually been missing in action for almost a year. Almost a year. At one point, Chief, she used to actually buy more than 10, 12 bottles a month because her entire family is huge. So Dave, now, yeah, that's on one side. Now I've actually changed my phone. So I've lost a lot of numbers. So 2 days back, I get a call and say, hi, remember me. Now this is a South African lady. I said, sorry, your voice sounds familiar, but I can't put you, right? And then she told me her name. I said, yes, how are you? She goes, you got any of those black MPs? I said, ma'am, I do, but I'm out of spoons. She goes, don't worry, I have enough spoons. Just can I get some black MP? I said, how many do you need? She said, I need like 3 of them. I said, okay, let me see what I can do for you. I went to her house. She opened the door. I'm actually asking this lady, I'm here to meet so and so. She goes, I am so and so. I'm like, what? She goes, I am so and so. I keep staring to her face, and then I'm thinking, have I lost my brain or this lady lying that this is her? This was the same lady. Chief, this lady shrunk half, literally half,
Hmm.
right? She was, I don't know, Chief, she was probably 200 kilos. And I would say right now, she'd be around 100, 105 kilos. And she's been at it on the product. So then I asked her, her daughter came, they thanked me, they want more. I told them I don't have more, right? She goes, please order more. Money ready, right? They said, I mean, people this big, they can't really do exercise. They really can't do exercise. They can't really do much with their body because, the body is giving up. They're old. This lady is like 64 years old. But today, if you look at this lady, you would say she's around 50. I think she's my age now, right? And that's a power testimony that I would like to share. I mean, Black MP,
Excellent.
the longer, like, I love that Mr. Darren Long's video, which said your body is like an ink, like a printer machine, and the more you try to print, the ink goes down, and when the ink goes down, your body starts performing less. Now think about Black MP as that ink, and you're drinking the ink or you're drinking the Black MP every day, leveling up the ink so your body performs to the next level. So when the tagline of the company says taking the body performance to the next level, I get it because that's exactly what it is, right? Another testimony for all the men out here. I mean, I'm Indian, and Indians, we grow hard beard, right? Hard beard, right? You ask any Indian man, he would say generally as Indians, we have hard beard. Having used Black MP, the beard is automatically getting softer. Now, who noticed this? I did not notice this. But I went to my barber shop and went to the salon and I was getting my shave done. He goes, I wanted to ask you even last time, what are you doing to your face? I said, nothing. Like, you do facial? I said, no. He said, okay. And then he's working in it. I said, no, why do you ask? He goes, I noticed it even last time, but I was busy, you were busy, or whatever, and we could not talk. But your beard is getting softer and softer. I was like, really? He goes, yes. And then I'm trying to feel myself and like, is it really softer? I don't know. I really don't know, but he's a professional, right? So I told him, I'm actually drinking this water, or rather spraying it on my face. He goes, that's a possibility. Another personal testimony is, I have the eye bags, but all the dark circles are gone, just gone. And I know many in this room have never seen me, but trust you me, if I come in front of Team Philippines, they would say, this has happened, that has happened. I have personally lost weight. I just love BlackMP, right? So whether I'm happy, I drink BlackMP. When I'm sad, I drink more BlackMP, right? Because it kind of stabilizes the mood. Right? It's all about a feeling good factor. It's an amazing drink. Don't buy it, try it, and share it with your friends, right? Tell, show, try, do, and you can do a lot of testimonies globally. Thank you so much, Chief. Back to you.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Pradeep. Appreciate that. Definitely exciting to hear those testimonials. We'll come back to you in a moment. I want to head back over to Isabel. Isabel, I know that I think Marcel might have even had one more testimonial that she wanted to share, but otherwise I know. Oh, well, I'll let you take it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, Chip. Actually, that was the testimonials from Maricel.
Okay.
The Parkinson's and the baldness and also the stroke person. But right now I have to call on another person from Mindanao again, because he was telling me, I was just talking to him like a half an hour ago, and he was calling me and said, I have this one testimony that I really need also to share. It's also this one person. Actually, he is like a cancer patient. At the same time, his two kidneys are not functioning well, and he was about to undergo dialysis. But right now he's not doing any dialysis because of BlackMP. But I have to call on Mr. Luisito, because this is his friend actually from Manila. So Luisito Mora, please, this is your time now. So you may open you may open your camera and unmute yourself.
Do you see him on the screen already?
Yeah, he's here. Unmute lang, sir.
Okay. Good
Yes,
morning,
we can hear you now. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Chief Mel, and good morning, America, and good evening, Philippines. The testimony is about my business partner in Northern Philippines in Cavite. They're a couple in their 70s, and the wife was diagnosed with stage 4 blood cancer. And at the same time, she has also this 2 kidney failure. So her doctor advised her to have this dialysis, but she refused for some reason. But after taking 1 bottle of BlackMP living water, her creatinine level had decreased from 650 to 550. So she was so amazed. She was actually a patient of my aunt who is working in government health center. So she used to administer her medicine through injection, and that's why she was the one who offered the product to her. And after this 1 bottle, my aunt was amazed that her health condition, she can see that is really improving. And just yesterday, I had talked with this lady, and she was really hoping that her condition will get very, very well. And next week will be her next laboratory test. So she was hoping to have big improvement with her kidney condition. And her husband also has a renal problem. So they are the ones who are drinking the product, and she said that her husband has the improvement, like, because she said her husband can pee now or can urinate easily. So a big improvement was achieved.
Wow.
And they actually started using the product since middle of March. And I think since then they had already ordered total of 20 bottles. So just yesterday, I had sent to them another 5 bottles. So they must be very happy to have the product on board.
Yeah, I mean, if they ordered 20 bottles and they've only been on since March, it's because they're getting the results that are so dramatic that obviously they're sharing it with their friends and family. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And, I'll pass it back to you, Isabel, and then we can have Mr. Darren Long comment a little bit on that. But just want to remind people that, that's a miracle testimonial right there when we talk about cancer and those kind of things. But we don't want to make any claims in regards to that. But it's amazing that, brought the creatine levels down and what the results are. And so keep them on the product, because that's only a short period of time that they've been on the product, and continue and blessings of great health for them, your customers there. Thank you, my friend. Over to you, Isabel.
Yeah, okay, Chief. Thank you so much, Luisito. Actually, Chief, here in Dumaguete, actually, some doctors would recommend BlackMP because it's not herbal. They don't like other products, but for BlackMP, one specialist, a neurologist, he's very open. He is very open. He's putting it in his clinic and all. And one cardiologist also is using this. And doctors are really, sometimes they're so negative using this product. But in Dumaguete, I know a lot of doctors also in the Philippines might be using this. But in Dumaguete, I know 2 specialists who are using this. And one of them said that you have the most high grade probiotics. So
Wow.
it's really a good thing coming from that high caliber doctor as a specialist, and it's very open about it. It's even telling his friend who is also a political figure here that he is sharing it to some of his friends as well. So it's a good sign that they are really promoting this BlackMP. And Chip, before I will give this floor to Mr. Darren, I would like to one more testimony from Bacolod, because her daughter also like did not conceive for so long, and her OB/GYN was giving her a lot of tests and a lot of medicines and all, but nothing happened. It did not work. But when she was taking the BlackMP, lo and behold, now they have a beautiful baby girl. I have to call on Miss Riza Kinlat to tell her story. Miss Riza, paki-unmute lang, ma'am.
Oh, there she is. Yeah. Just need to unmute Miss Risa.
Click the unmute button, ma'am.
There we go. Okay, you're unmuted. Hi, Miss Risa. How are you?
Yes, good evening, Sir Chief Miguel and Sir Darren Long. Good evening, everyone. I'm Risa Kinlat from Bacolod City and Hinigaran. Okay, so in behalf of my daughter, I'm gonna share to you her journey on BlackMP. So 12 years in suffering PCOS and lots of treatment from the OB/GYN, and she found out that she spent lots of money and nothing happened. So she told me to stop treatment from there. So I told her to take BlackMP because her grandmother and other members of the family was cured from their illness. Then she did. So 8 months of taking BlackMP, she went to her OB/GYN to have a checkup, and she was diagnosed. The PCOS was gone, and her ovary was produces egg cells, and she found out after 2 months was positive and pregnancy.
Wow.
So Yes, sure, Mel. And this time I have a 7 months old baby boy, baby
Congratulations.
Black. Yes. Thank you so much for the Black MP, and thank you for all of you here in the Zoom. Good
Wow,
evening.
wow. So just to be clear, so she was trying for 12 years, and
Yes.
here you are now. You have a beautiful grandson. That's amazing.
Yeah. And the mom is already 36 years old.
Ah, okay, okay. So she's been trying this whole time to have a baby, and she attributes it to the product, huh?
Thank you, Sir Mel.
Yes, thank you, thank you. That's an amazing testimonial. Wow, back to you, Isabel.
Yes, Chief. So actually, this is the fourth Black MP baby.
So you
For
have four different testimonials of people.
yeah, four different testimonies. She's the fourth Black MP baby. We call them Black MP babies because of the Black MP. But always told them that it's not a medicine, but somehow this is God's way. This is God's gift that you have to an instrument, because right now everyone is like thanking, wow, this is miracle water and all. And I always told them that as per Mr. Darren Long, this is not it's not about the water, it's about your body. What the Black MP did is to ignite your body.
Yeah.
It's
So
on
so
your
12
body. So
years, 12 years she couldn't get
12
pregnant. Then
years.
how long
Yes.
again was she on the product before she was able to have a baby? She was on for a couple of months on the product before she got pregnant. And
Unmute, Ma'am Risa.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
many
Also,
months
8 months.
siya ng Black MP? 8
8.
months straight. Yeah.
Okay, great. I just wanted that's an incredible testimonial. Isabel, let's get a few of these baby testimonials, because I know a lot of people have that situation on just little video clips, so people get encouraged, to put something great in their body, and great
Oh,
things
yeah,
can
yeah.
happen. Yeah, fantastic.
We'll send you all from the from this bald guy. I think Michelle will share it to me after this, and all the rest I will have to send photos or videos to you, because a lot of testimonials, even the first one that I was like telling earlier, this is so personal, but I really have to say it because some of our friends might also having trouble or having issues with their
Yep. Well, we want to,
personal.
we're gonna make a section on the website that has these
Yeah.
testimonials, but a picture's worth 1,000 words, but a video is worth
Yeah.
so much more, because this is real people with real lives changing, and we want to showcase that this is a business and a product of changing people's lives.
Yes, Chip. Actually, Chip, I have to tell you one thing. It's a short one, because we were in Hinatilan with Harold, and then there is one guy while we were talking. One of the guys were like, he was so passive. He wouldn't even like, it feels like it's nothing. It's the same like the other product out there. So he wasn't. He did not even like look interested. But right after, we give them like one glass of water, and with the Black MP, one scoop Black MP. After
Yeah.
2 days, he came back to that friend, and he was saying, "Oh my goodness, that product is legit," because and I'm going to join, and I'm going to blast it. It was like, "Oh, I'm going to join. I'm going to spread it," because at that moment he was not interested. He was like, "Okay, like that." Then he said, "It's legit," and he said, "It's so legit." And I
But
even like
it got him to join the business. That's pretty cool.
Oh
In 2
yeah,
days of
yeah,
using
yeah.
the product. That's good.
Yes. And I was expecting him the least to come back, because he was like, "Okay, I'll go ahead, see you." And okay, it's okay, maybe I'll try it next time. But he
Yeah.
drank the glass with the Black MP. And yeah, yesterday I was laughing because, oh my God, this guy kind of said it's legit.
Went from negative to positive. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, very positive. So, Chip, before I will
Yep.
end. Okay.
Yep.
This is for, because right now Suzette is in the hospital because his husband was like having some heart issues. But the one that really kept him going was the Black MP, because Web, the husband of Suzette, suffered cardiac arrest actually.
Oh.
But he was putting him like 2 scopes sublingual, because Suzette was like, okay, focus, and then when we made it to the hospital, and now I think he's recovering. hopefully in 2 days time, we will be in the regular room right now. So thanks again to the BlackMP. So a lot of things. I know, if we have to tell the testimonials tonight. We will finish the whole night just talking
I
about the
know.
BlackMP.
We'll go another 5 hours at that. You're right. Because there's testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. But thanks so much, Isabel, for sharing and having the team share as well. I see Harold on the video screen as well. And I just want to introduce Harold, top leader from the Philippines. But not only that, my great friend, my brother out there in the Philippines. And, this guy is, he's not 25 years old. But I don't know how many miles a day you run, Harold, but maybe you can just share because, you're going from city to city, province to province, you're traveling, you're, running around. But Harold, definitely want to hear a couple of words from you. And I know Mr. Darren Long is very, very fond of you as well. But let's get you to unmute here for a second. Harold, out there in the Philippines. There we go.
Hello, everyone. Okay, Chief. Hi. Happy evening, happy morning, everyone. Happy morning, Darren. Always a pleasure to see you. My brother Pradeep, happy morning to you. Happy evening because we're always almost the same time. Chief, as I look at it, this coming November, I've been using black water. I'm the oldest, the longest user of black water in the Philippines because it's 5 years. And this is what I'm telling everyone. This is a health back guarantee or a money back guarantee. I mean, my point is, it's already prove a lot of things. Like you must be a product of the product first. That's Chief, like what you said. I think everything in me right now. I think Darren. It was like a renewal of every cells that I have. That's old things. It's already flushed out. I cannot explain more about how I felt, but I'm really rocking all the time. So, guys, this is the thing. We are not a diet or a fad. We are here to create a sustainable health. This is what I'm telling everybody.
Yep.
This is a dream of a lifetime dream. This is not a 90-day run, but this is a 90-year healthy lifestyle.
There you go.
So, those who are not with us, I'm sorry, because we call it HMS, Health Made Simple, through you, Darren Blackwater. We love you. We love you all, guys. Chief, every single day, like what Pradeep is saying, that it also gives you this happy hormones thing like the dopamine, serotonin, and everything. Really, it works, and it's so different when you're working in this business and then you're happy all the time. If people get excited and it's all about like contagious. People will follow you. So once again, I cannot picture myself without the black water, Chief. And
that's awesome. Continue forward. You're a great example for everybody, Harold. Are you still exercising and running?
Of course, man. Now it's getting longer. My goodness gracious, Chief. The best thing that happened to me, I'm already 50 plus, and when I was in my late 20s, early 30s, I cannot even run this long, Right now it's so easy, Darren. Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
You got it. Thanks for sharing. Appreciate you, Harold. Awesome team that you're building and helping change people's lives, health and wealth. Amazing. So real quickly, I want to ask Darren a couple of questions in regards to, we heard obviously the creatine levels and the cancer. We heard from the young lady who tried 12 years to have a baby, and now here comes the baby, and the grandmom is happy. She's got a grandson that arrived. And, so I just want to pass it over to you, Darren, and maybe you can comment on some of that's happening. And then, of course, like the doctor friend of Miss Isabel that said that we have the best probiotics in our product, the highest quality. And we don't even talk, we always talk minerals, but obviously we've got, you can tell, maybe share with everybody what kind of probiotics, is it synthetic? Is it natural? What strains? Those kinds of things. So maybe you can kind of highlight on that from those different testimonials we just heard. Well, let me, I think you got to get you unmuted here for a second.
Yeah, no, again, when you hear stories like that, some of them are so bizarre that you've heard of diseases nobody's even have a cure for, or they don't even know anything about. We're starting to see a lot more new diseases that we never knew about. or they're being created, one of the two. But just again, as far as pregnancy, we've heard this more and more. This blows me away. Not only women that haven't been able to get pregnant, getting pregnant when they're on the product, but how healthy their baby comes out and how easy the delivery is of that child that's coming out. The testimonies are unbelievable. But again, you look back, you go, maybe it's one or two minerals they don't have in their body that they're actually getting. And that's why you see all these different, that's why we call it the miracle molecule. That's why scientists are calling it the miracle molecule, because what that molecule has in it are these different types of minerals and the things that our body need. The enzymes are very good. So talking about what for the probiotics that we're using, it's 400 billion CFUs of natural probiotics, and they're what they're called the Chuck Norris of probiotics. These are not dairy probiotics. This is what we're made up of. We're made up in the soil. So we got to get soil bacteria back in our body somehow in some way. And this is the greatest way to do it, because unless you want to go start eating on grass, like the cats and dogs do, there's a reason they do that. They're searching for probiotics and minerals in grass. That's when they get sick. You always see them chomping on grass. I know everybody's seen that before. That's what they're doing. They're searching for a nutrient to help their bodies heal. And I wanted to touch too, we're talking about the cancer. There's a book, and it's not me saying that, because there's some research came out, the NIH, JAMA, the World Health Organization, on different types of virus. And this is a deal based on NIH, but this is very interesting. I think I've shown this before, but it's called viral immunity with humic acid. And by the way, the nurse that was talking, a lot of the nurses in hospitals take this for viral therapeutics, to keep their cells safe from entry of viruses. So it's pretty interesting. But HIV is a virus. World Health Organization, JAMA, NIH have many studies on humic acids and how, in fact, the NIH and the World Health Organization says that humic acid safely kills the HIV/AIDS virus. Now, that's not me saying that. That's on a study. You can pull it up anytime you want. So there's viral therapeutics to this. Again, it doesn't stop. You got alkaline now, and a lot of times disease can't really survive very healthy in an alkaline state. And then when you're having your electrolytes, it's full of electrolytes, hydration, alkaline. It's hard when your body's actually functioning, your immune system at its best peak, for a lot of this stuff to exist in your body. If it's already exists in your body, then you now you have something to fight it with. I'm always telling people, but Dr. Love, a dear friend out of Irvine, this studies humic acids. That's all he does, is world renowned, many papers on it. And, it's something he said a long time when I first met him. That's back in 2013 or 14, I think. And he made a really bold statement. He goes, man, anybody that doesn't have this in their body at all the time are going to be acceptable diseases. He's actually put out a video, but they keep pulling it down for some reason. We know what that is. But he'll just sit there and tell you that, this stuff fights viruses. And not only does it stimulate your immune system, but it goes after cancer, tumors. There's many studies on how 99% of tumors, they're associating this is not only boosting your immune system, but there is viral therapeutics to this as well. And that's kind of the reason you see a lot of the cancers that people have had that's really turned them around. I've seen a lot of it. We're not making any claims this cures cancer. I'm going to tell you that right now. But why not throw it in the arsenal? If you're on medication or you're out there, throw it in there and see what happens. So we're saying it happens. You might start feeling good, and you might not lose hair if you're taking chemotherapy. We've seen that a lot too. So, I just want to say, if you keep it in your body all the time and not have to worry down the road if you're going to end up with a disease, then you're fighting it. You're getting healthy. You're cleansing your body every day. It's crazy not to have this in your body. I do this every day. I won't do a day without it.
Yep. It's prevention versus cure. Let's go the prevention route. It's a lot less expensive. If you could stay out of the hospitals, stay away from the diseases and stuff like that. No, that's awesome, Darren. I know that we've gone on a little bit long here, but it was amazing to hear these different testimonials because when people hear it, it's life changing, because there's people listening in right now, like saying, "Oh my goodness, I know somebody for that. Oh my goodness, I need that for this," or that sort of thing. But real quickly, because I know we've get people having babies when they couldn't have babies, but this raises the question: is it okay for children to take the product?
Absolutely, 100%. But you get the healthiest children when you do it. I had my son on this thing, and I did it back then to keep him safe from dropping, because he was a wrestler, a national wrestler, and we were running all over. But absolutely, if you keep it in there, you can have it for kids. I say pregnant mothers, it's the best, because you're actually getting something in your body. Now you don't give an infant and a small child the same amount you do. You do drops, not or mix a little, very little water. So I would say that you would mix your normal 1/16 steep with a red spoon, make it in your water, and then take a milliliter or a drop and put it in your baby food or your milk. If they're doing it, if they're breastfeeding, and the mother's taking it, they're going to have a healthy baby. I can just tell you that.
Wow. Okay. Awesome there. Before we tap off, Pradeep, I don't know if you had anybody on your team that you wanted to have share, but I'll bring it back to you again. Over to you, Pradeep.
Thank you so much, Chief. Team USA, Julia, Carlene, Tina, anyone from team who wants to actually give a testimony? Because I know we've had quite a few. I'm really not sure. Glow, I think we can actually invite Glow. Glow, if you can actually unmute yourself.
Okay.
Hi, Miss Glow.
Hi.
Yes, you're unmuted now.
Yeah. I'm unmuted. Okay. Hey, thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. Well, I had my testimonial earlier, but I can tell you that the first time that I took it, it gave me a lot of energy. I have lost, in the 10th day, I was at 152 when I started, and on the 10th day, I was 142 pounds. And I have lost that, and it's still off. I have a lot of energy. Good. I'm noticing also that the top of my head, which was balding, I started spraying it, and it is growing. Okay, so that I noticed. So I had some thinning spot there, and it is growing.
Very cool.
I have some team members. I have Joyce. She has a great testimony. I think she's probably on the call. If she's on there, I haven't scanned the room, so I don't know if she's able to say she would. She has a great testimonial as well. And I have a friend, she went on a cruise last week. And before she went, she was telling me, I'm going on this cruise. And I said, you know something? I have something that you should take with you. And she said, Gloria, send it to me. I want it. So I mailed it to her, and she got it about 2 days before her cruise. Came back this week from her cruise, and she says, 5 of her friends that she stayed with in the room, 5 of them were in the room. And she said, everybody was sick, and she was not. And they're asking, what is that you're drinking? So she goes, I'm drinking my BlackMP. And they're like, oh my Lord. She said, even one of the friends, and they share rooms, right? She said one of her friends had to go to the urgent care as soon as she got off the cruise, and she's still not sick. So now she's ready now to sign up and use the product. This morning, I think she's on the call right now. She's Celia. She should be on the call, right? So a lot of testimonials, and other people have been talking about their blood pressure, how it has gone down, and they couldn't, the medicine from the doctors couldn't bring it down, but now it's down, taking the MP for weeks and for months. So this is really, 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 really awesome. Even moods, they're talking about their mental clarity, and also their emotional improvement as well. I have another person told me of this lady. She wasn't walking, and now after a couple, I think a month now, she's out for a wheelchair, and she's walking up the stairs, going in the kitchen, doing what she needs to do.
That's awesome.
So I'm saying this is an awesome product, and I thank you so much for allowing me to share these testimonials. And I hope that Joyce or Celia would also we'll have them unmute and share their testimonies if they want to, because they can go in depth more of their results. Thank you so much, Mr. Long and Mel, for this for the opportunity, and thanks for this product. It is changing lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Great testimonial, Miss Glow. And Pradeep, if you see any of those other
I see Miss
teammates that.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, this is Celia, and Glow invited me to come in today.
Hi, Celia.
Yes, so as she told you, I was going on a Western Mediterranean cruise like 2-3 weeks ago. And I told her, she was telling me about the product, but I wasn't listed. And I told her I was going on the trip. She said, I'm going to lend you a bottle of my MP. You need to drink it. So I started drinking it the day that I was leaving on the cruise, the 31st of May. And when we left here, one of the ladies who was leaving with us, she was sick and she had to go doctor on antibiotics, and she was coughing and everything. Then her sister, her sister and I share a room. Her sister became sick, and we're in the room together, and she's coughing and carrying on. And I'm saying, Lord Jesus. So I'm drinking my BlackMP. And she said, Celia, what is that? I said, BlackMP. And she said, I need to tell her about it. But these are people who don't usually support anything I do. So I said, okay, when you're ready, let me know. So then everybody in the took sick except me. And everybody's coughing. The one person, she came back and she had to go to the emergency room. She was so sick. And I had to call Gloria and tell her, Gloria, this thing really works. It really works. And so I said, I'm ready to sign up because I can see the benefit. She just didn't tell me about it, but I saw how it worked. And I'm telling you, I'm very impressed. I'm a registered nurse, and I've been in nursing quite some number of years. And I'm telling you, I see this working. So I'll be signing up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Celia. Great testimonial. And you probably have not heard because you're brand new, Mr. Darren Long say it before on the Zooms, but the longer you're on the product, it just more amazing it gets. And Darren, before we go right back to Pradeep, Miss Glow touched on blood pressure. And so maybe you can comment to Celia, being new on the product and then being on it, another month, what happens, but also how come people are seeing blood pressure results? What's causing that?
Are you Darren? Bill?
No, I was, Miss Glow brought up blood pressure, and then also Miss Celia's new on the product, already getting results. But you always tell us about how when you're on it 6 months from now or a year from now, how the results can be. But maybe you can talk on both those sides, on the blood pressure and then the longevity of it.
Yeah, I tell you what, I was really messed up, but it took me about almost 6 months to get back to almost where I felt like I was 30 years old again. But it's sitting in your blood. Your blood is moving like it's supposed to move, like water instead of honey. And a lot of times when you see this, and some things we don't even really understand, but other than how the enzymes and the reactions in your body that causes that actually to burn fat, to utilize all the nutrients that we're getting, hopefully in food, which is almost impossible now. So you almost have to supplement. And then when you're doing that, you start to see blood sugar get back to normal. You're seeing blood pressure get back to normal. I'm always telling people, try it before you end up getting on a medication, because a lot of times it's just a normal diet change. Used to be a normal diet change. It's almost the normal diet change anymore because of the contamination of food. And basically that's it. And I want to say hello to Harold, Isabella, and Pradeep. I mean, I've been with these guys. They're great. I love these guys. And Cecilia, as a registered nurse, I love these stories. We have nurses and doctors here that prescribe it and take it themselves. And there's a reason they're doing that. It's not, Mel or I trying to blow up a product that really isn't effective. This is a real deal thing. and I'm more concerned about all these new viruses are coming out, and just what she was talking about. This just happened just last week. My two brothers got sick, and the first thing I says, "What? Why?" And this is how I say it. I go, "Why aren't you taking it?" I know they're not taking it because they wouldn't have gotten sick. And both of them, oh well, I forgot that. There's always an excuse with it. And now they've been sick for almost 2 weeks. One of them had pneumonia, got bad, and now they're drinking it. And my dad and I were drinking this, and we've been exposed to them for every day for over a week, and we're doing good. And now they're fighting back. So it's really important to keep this in your body to protect those cells. That humic acid that's covering your cells. And these viruses, they're always at our door every day knocking. There's thousands of them, and there's more coming. But at least you got something that makes those viruses, that'll stick to it instead of going and infect you with their DNA or RNA they want to inject into your cells. And that's what we're seeing. And I'm taking this every day, especially in virus season, and we're in it right now.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you so much, Darren. Folks, we could go on and on for another 5 hours if we want, 6 hours if we want, because, we've got so many testimonials and people that are enjoying the product, getting results, but it's all about life-changing health, and improving yourself and getting better and getting stronger. We'll do many, many Zooms like this coming up because these Zooms make a difference because people are able to hear people from all around the country, all around the world that are experiencing the product and improving their health. And it wakes people up to say, hey, you know what, try it, and try taking a shower from the inside, So appreciate everybody being here today, and wanted to definitely, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Chief, I just saw Jerry raise her hand. I think she has a testimony with her in the gym. She's been giving it to a lot of people in the gym, and they having quite a few testimonies.
Sure, we can do a quick one. And then, of course, like I said, let's do many, many more of these Zooms because they really, really enlighten people. Go ahead, Pradeep.
Jerry, you want to unmute yourself?
Oh, hello, sir.
Hello.
Hi, Jerry.
Hey,
how are you?
Great. Good evening. Good morning. Good night, afternoon. I'm here with my trainer, and this is Robin, and this is Chief Mel and Darren Long, the football star, and Coach Pradeep, and our team. And I just asked her to give a few words since we're here, and I'm on the Zoom doing training right now.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say that the black water is great. It has great benefits. It's a great thing to have like all the minerals and everything like that in one small serving and everything like that. Very convenient, easy to use. But I love it so far. It's great.
Awesome. No, I know that you're brand new on the product there, but you're a personal trainer. Share it with all your clients. It'll benefit them and their workouts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jerry does a great job. That's right now, but
there you go.
Yeah.
So I love the accents there. What Jerry and your personal trainer? What part of the country are you in?
Oh no, we're in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Okay, I was going to guess.
She's from Jamaica, though.
Okay. Great. We got Jamaica and North Carolina in the house.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Oh, she's very nice.
Thank y'all for letting us share. The product's amazing. It's my workout level has escalated. I had a good workout as it was, but it's at a higher level. I feel like I could do more, and I'm like, it's like my metabolism jetted up, which I love. Great, thank you,
That's
Darren.
an awesome testimonial. Awesome testimonial. Thank you so much for sharing that great testimonial there.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Pradeep.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Great,
excellent, Jerry. Hey, Darren, comment on that, because when I first met you, Darren, you were showing me all the athletes, from your son's wrestling to you're obviously a NFL alumni from football and your football friends. And when I first met you, because I'm taking it to the regular folks, kids and adults and grandparents and people that are 85 years old to 18 years old. But you were showing me all these athletes. And now we hear Jerry's testimonial and her personal trainer getting a better workout and stuff like that. Maybe you can comment from an athletics perspective, because a lot of us know athletes, or, you know, we are, you know, exercising ourselves.
It's again, the hydration, the electrolytes, which are all separate, right? Electrolytes, hydration, alkaline. You have your alkaline in your body, you're getting your hydration, and you're getting your electrolytes, real ones. Here's a neat deal. A guy named Bob Piero runs all of United States, like CIF. They run all the collegiate sports in high school. About 2 weeks ago, he had prostate cancer, went away, and he is one of the biggest advocates for us. And he's putting letters out, over 450,000 coaches throughout the United States, saying, you need to stop doing these sports drinks. They do the opposite. You need to use BlackMP, not just to hydrate and be alkaline, but it's for your safety. That took a couple of years, but that just happened, and I'm going to end up doing the article with him. And
Wow.
That's important, is because it does, when you're alkaline in your body and you're running at optimal, you're going to have more energy. You're going to feel better when you work out. You're going to lose weight quicker. But I love the story. I mean,
Wow.
that was great. I love that stuff, because really, when we first did it, was just have safety for the kids and give them hydration. But this has gone all the way up into the MMA and UFC, NFL. I mean, this stuff is really neat, and I love that testimony.
Yeah, that was it live in the gym? They were in the gym working out.
That was great. I love that. And wait till she's on it for a couple of years. I mean, it's totally new life. Whoever does it, and everybody in that gym, they'll start seeing the reactions and how these people are going to look and their energy levels. They'll get right on it.
There you go. You heard that, Jerry. Hopefully you and your personal trainer. That's amazing. All right. Let's take a couple of more minutes, because these testimonials are too powerful and too exciting. And I see a couple of hands up. Pradeep, I'll pass it to you.
Yes, I think Joyce from Team USA, she would like to add something. Go ahead, Joyce.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes. Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Good morning, or actually good afternoon by now. I'm going to keep it short and brief. You all already heard my testimonies. I've been on now for a little over 2 months. Thyroid issues was my main issue, and I'm reading off a list, okay? 7 years thyroid issues. My energy is off the chain. That still remains the same. I had depression issues, no longer depression issues. Sleep issues. I had sleep apnea. Hated that big device in my face. Got rid of it a while back. And of course, when you do that, you create more issues, high blood pressure, all kind of other issues. By the way, blood pressure under control also. My husband even told me I'm no longer snoring. I found that I've been snoring a little bit though, but nothing as bad as what it used to be. And then I have days where I don't snore at all. Also allergy issues. I don't have that problem anymore. But what I wanted to, acid reflux, gone. I have a new testimony from my niece. She's been on the product right after me. I would say about a month and a half now. And her biggest problem was irregular periods. I mean, she was having periods for like months at a time. And when we're talking about periods, very heavy clotting, okay? Personal info, but this is real stuff people need to know. And my main concern was for her to get healthier, because, you know, it was draining her, iron was low, and she doesn't have kids yet. So I'm definitely concerned in that area. Got her on the product, and she was traveling to Amsterdam. And my brother was calling from Amsterdam. I have a testimony from him too. But anyway, she was traveling to Amsterdam, and before she traveled, her period stopped. And then I told her, I said, listen, even if it returns briefly, don't get disappointed. Don't stress yourself, because this has been years of issues, right? And then it was spotting lightly, but then it stopped completely. So she traveled to Amsterdam. She got there. She called me like hysterical. I'm like, okay, what's going on now? She's like, Auntie, because she doesn't travel by herself. This was her first time. She's 36, always traveled with her parents or with siblings. First time by herself. She's like, Auntie, I was not even anxious. She's like, and she's a nervous wreck, okay? She's like, this had to be the black water. There was turbulence. I wasn't even scared. She's like, Auntie, this got to be the black water. And while she was in Holland, she ended up having her period, and it lasted only 5 days. And it stopped. So that right there, like, amazing. Like, this was my prayer for her to, you know, have a solution. So Darren, thank you so much, Mel. Amazing.
Wow.
And then another quick testimony, you guys already talked about strokes. My brother unfortunately had a stroke on the 7th of April. Immediately I rushed there, got him a bottle. Within a couple of days, his whole left side was paralyzed. Within a couple of days, he would just lay on the bed and be like, I feel something. And all of a sudden, boom, he would move his legs a little bit. Within a couple of days, he was able to stand up. He started walking, first with a walker, then with a cane. And I told him, I'm like, you're going to walk out of this hospital by yourself with no help. He walked out of the hospital a month later by himself. He's still having a few issues, but that black water definitely made a difference.
Wow.
And then my baby brother in Amsterdam, he has Crohn's disease, and he also has some issues with his spinal cord, where his spine is like, don't know what's happening, but something is happening. So no energy, kind of depression symptoms a little bit. He got on the product. I sent it with my niece. He got on it. And within a day, he's like, Joyce, I could tell there's a difference. I have more energy. Because, personal info, real life story. He said, if I have to live like this, I don't want to live. This is my baby brother. He's not even 50 years old. Okay. So for him to tell me, listen, I definitely feel more energy. And then 2-3 days into it, he's like, Joyce, my mind is clear, because he's a heart technician. So mentally, it's a lot of work to focus, on the graphs and whatever he's doing. And now, every day, my brother has a challenge with me. You see, I got on my head. I'm supposed to go walking, because he sends me his screenshots. He's been walking 10 to 12,000 steps every single day in Amsterdam.
Wow.
Okay. So to me, family is important. Friends are important. Everybody's important. But of course, you want to make sure that your family is okay too. So these are personal testimonies. It's amazing. There are a lot more testimonies, but one of them is personal. When she's ready, she'll share. And then the last one, I went to the hair store, know this lady for a while, and she's holding her stomach. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I don't know, acid issues, they're testing, they don't know what's going on. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna give you some of my black water. The next day I went back as I promised. I gave her a sample to drink. As she's drinking it, I'm showing her the website. She started burping. She's like, oh, it's doing something, because she could feel the release. I'm talking about just took a few sips, okay? I left. Came back. No, I left the afternoon. She called me. She's like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. The pain is not there. And she bought a bottle, and she's getting ready to buy more. And by the way, she owns a store. She's Indian. So she said she's going to go out to her whole community and tell them about it. That's it for today, guys. Listen, I love black water for life. As you could tell, my first bottle. Love it.
Joyce, I just have to ask you a favor. Your own personal testimonial with that checklist you have of everything. We need a video clip on that. And then separately, your daughter's testimonial, amazing.
My niece, actually.
Your brother's testimonial. I mean, if we could just encapsulate each of those. And then finally, very, very soon, we're opening the country of Vietnam. And so I think it would be very good if I take you to Vietnam with me and you get on stage and really enlighten them on the product for sure. So
that'll be awesome.
Yeah, I'll let you know, because man, that's all I need is, people, because when we first bring out the product, people haven't tasted it. I was going to say, hey, everybody, listening in the audience, just you hear Joyce. Here's Joyce. That's it. Because that'll let anybody and everybody know. That is great. Thank you so much. Darren, I know that there was a lot there, but did you want to comment on any of that? Or, because I know we've been going a long time here, but up to you.
The thing I would say, when you're putting that black stuff in your body, something's illuminating and lighting up inside your body. If that darkness turns to light, it's turning switches on that haven't been turned on or never been turned on or been turned off a long time ago due to what the process of food and water and all this other garbage are doing to us. So I'm looking at it, and and just to give an example, like depression, which is talking about magnesium, has magnesium in it and carbonate, and it's really good for brain. There's many studies on magnesium. It stops depression and anxiety, and you sleep better and no constipation. There's all kinds of great things with it. And what's magnesium? It's a mineral, right? And there's studies on how this really affects your brain. As far as acid reflux, this is a natural bicarbonate. It stops that acid reflux and that heartburn that people get. It's just the best way to say it is your body's being reset for good. And you keep it in there, and it's going to just get better and better and better to the point where you're going to be 50 and 65 like I am and still feel like you're 30 and running and doing all kinds of stuff that I'm out doing these kids that are 30 years old. I wonder what's going on with that. But that's what I'm talking about. And I always tell people, if you don't try, there's something wrong with you. You can always say it didn't work.
Yeah.
But it can change your life. I can promise you that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you're speaking from a position of strength because you're an ex-football player, NFL football player that's been beat up, as football players are. And like you said, the longevity of football players and how their bodies are now, but you're not like them, which is amazing. So your personal testimonial is very, very powerful. Pradeep, well, let's wrap it up. I see Julia's hand up. Take it to our friend Julia real quick. And
Julia, are you around?
Yep.
Yes, Pradeep, I'm here.
Yes, go
Hi,
ahead.
Julia.
Hi, Mel. Hi, Pradeep. How are you guys doing?
Doing excellent. Very good.
So I just have a quick testimony. The other day, my eye was itching, and I was scratching it, and the next morning I woke up, my eye was swollen. And I said, you know what, let me get my black water, because I always miss my face, because the black water helped me also reduce the black circle around my eyes. The black water reduced that. So I decided to use the black water to mist my eye through the day when it was swollen. And before the day was finished, the swelling was gone.
Wow. The same day.
Because same day, not even the next day, the same day. By the night, I look, I'm like, oh my God, it's gone, because it was infected, it was swollen. And I just missed it with the mist, and it was all gone.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought of spraying this on my skin or on my head, but today's Zoom has convinced me of that. So you'll see me starting that. Great testimonial, and I'm glad your eye is miraculously better like that, Julia. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, Darren, any other final thoughts? And we'll wrap up the Zoom, but we got to do a lot of these because people listening to this, I can just imagine, because I'm listening to this, and I'm like, wow. And I'm thinking of, different people that, I didn't think of before, so, but Darren, last words, over to you.
All right. I'm blown away again, because this never gets old and it never stops. And we're literally tens of thousands of testimonies like this.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know what, Mel, that's what we got to keep pushing this out to the world. It's grabbing right now. Yep. And I'll just say is, you got to give it a shot. You don't know what you're missing. And if you can give it a shot, then you'll see what we're talking about. And then you're on the rest of your life and you're going to feel great. So I just want to say, thank you to all of you people out there. Thank you, Mel, to putting it out to the world. And I can't wait to see what this is going to be like in about 10 years from now.
Absolutely. We'll keep on rocking bigger and bigger and better and better and better, changing people's lives country by country by country all around the world. I want to thank Isabel and Harold out there in the Philippines and the testimonials that were shared today from the team, and Mr. Pradeep in Dubai to the USA, and all the testimonials shared, life-changing testimonials. So everybody keep on rocking. Health is the #1 wealth. Let's keep on changing people's lives, and we'll see you on the next Zoom. And just share, and make a difference out there. Lots of love. God bless everybody. Have an incredible day ahead.